So let's talk about this Marcus Houston situation. Did we forget that he was freaking on his little cousin years ago under the instruction of his cousin, Chris Stokes? I never forgot. Ugh.
So at first glance, I'm like, listen, she's of age. If she wants to marry this man that's about twice her senior, then she could do what she wants. But now that I remember correctly, per Raz B's allegations, he said he was molested not only by Chris Stokes allegedly, but he also had a similar encounter with Marcus Houston as well.
I don't give a fuck about B2K. Fuck B2K. You know what I'm saying? I am B2K. And if shit ever gonna get right, niggas gonna have to come clean. Cause you're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth.
So that kind of makes me iffy, because now with that in the back of my mind, I feel forced to conclude that it could, like, I don't know, something may not be all the way there if that's something he's capable of, and then for him to be attracted to someone so much younger than him.
I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth. Period.
You said Marcus Houston?
Yeah.
Ain't that Omarion's brother?
That's Marcus Houston is not Omarion's brother, no. Marcus Houston is Marcus Houston.
I thought that was Omarion's brother. I just don't get why, as a whole, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
as a group, y'all grew up together. Y'all homies, you know what I'm saying? Y'all in the same clique. Why would y'all not come together as a whole? Why he's Raz B the only one coming out saying something?
I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth.
So now he's married to this little girl. How long has he known this little girl? It's questions that we want to answer. How long you been knowing this little girl? Did you watch her grow up from 12? Because she only 16 or 19. Turn that 6 upside down. Child, she been canceled. She is canceled, and she'll stay canceled. Huh.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And this is the first segment of Night Owls Speak. This is a new segment that I am adding to my channel where I get the opinions of the Night Owls via my Instagram DM. Put them in a video, and we discussed a viral topic. So Marcus Houston just recently wed a 19-year-old bride, him being a 39-year-old man. And this kind of went viral on Facebook and all over the blogs. And there was a lot of people who had a lot of opinions about it. I'm kind of late covering this, but hey, it is what it is. Your girl gonna get to it when she get to it. And now I got to it, and now it's here. So there was a Facebook post, like I said, that had gone viral. And in the post, it said, "Congrats to 38-year-old Marcus Houston and his 19-year-old bride. And before you say it, we are sure he knew her when she was younger and just waited. But hey, fellas, if you haven't found your queen yet, be patient. She's probably still in middle school. Hashtag giving us Aaliyah R. Kelly vibes." So again, this is a thread that had went viral on Facebook, and it sparked a lot of conversation. And there was a lot of people, weighing in on this topic. Pause this real quick. Hold up. I forgot to shout myself out. Like, y'all already know how we do when we do what we do. We do it on my website. I have this in blue, gray, and what other color do I have this in? I don't know, but I have this in a couple different colors. And this is a cute little two-piece. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's a two-piece shirt and pants. And basically, you got your built-in mask. So, your shirt and your built-in mask is ready to go. And then when you ready to, get back cute or whatever, you just, drop it down and you rest to go. You in the bed, you in that thing. So this goes all the way up to a L. And like I said, I have this in several colors, so be sure to check it out. Mask on. Mask off. Now, before I let the night owls speak, and this is going to be where the night owls just give their opinion, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory of their union and them coming together. So Marcus Houston is a member of the group Immature, and this was a group that was very popular when I was younger. He was also on the TV show Tia and Tamara, and he has been working on movies with Chris Stokes as of late for his career choice. Well, the bride that he just wed, she had sparked a bit of controversy when there was rumors that she was a runaway child. So there was a missing persons report and it matched her name. It was a girl who looked very similar to her, and it was stating that she was a runaway child and that, you know, she was on the run, and she just so happened to end up under the care of Chris Stokes, and she was then, you know, calling him her dad. He's not her biological father, of course, but, you know, I guess he took her under his wing and she was calling him dad. When she was around 16 years old, I believe she also received like writing credits on some of the movies that Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes had made, and under the IMDb. So then when she turned 18, Marcus Houston announced that they were engaged. I believe it was like around her 18th birthday that, you know, they announced that, you know, he was engaged to her. So when people got news of the engagement, they seen that she was 18 years old, and they're like, wait a minute, right when she turns 18, you're engaged? So that, you know, so people started to question and wonder if they were a thing before she turned 18. And then that's when people started to, you know, even further dig, and they seen that she had writing credits all the way dating back to when she was 16. But then it was reported that she was a runaway at 15. And then she was now suddenly under Chris Stokes' care. And, you know, so it was a lot of rumors that were swirling. And so Marcus Houston had came forward and he defended his engagement to her, and he claimed that, you know, her being listed on the writing credits from back when she was 16 years old, he claimed that that was a misprint or an error or something. Let me read to you exactly what he said. With all that's going on in the world, my love life shouldn't be a topic. But since it is, let me give y'all the facts so you don't have to allegedly believe or create rumors. After reading the blog that was published about my fiance and I felt with this situation I needed to speak because this is not music or television. This is my family, my future wife, and my life. I met Maya in 2018 through a mutual friend. Never before then did I even know she existed. The fact that she was listed on one of our films was a misprint or someone being messy. Anyone can post on IMDb, and there's no way someone that young could even work on a film set in the position of art director because that position requires years of experience. Well, I mean, I'm going to pause reading it right there. Yes, naturally, that position requires years of experience, but in Hollywood, people who are underqualified can get the job if they know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So, I mean, yeah. Generally speaking, yeah, you would have to be qualified, but if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, they could get you the job with zero experience because you the homie and give you the homie hookup. But anyways, back to reading it. So he says, you know, he met her in 2018. And, you know, he didn't know she existed. Supposedly somebody being messy made the IMDb art director thing up. He then said that Maya is like a daughter to Chris Stokes because we are all like family. Being a Jehovah's Witness, we all showcase true love like family. That's it. Chris's real daughter, Chrissy Morales, became friends with Maya in 2018, where we all first met Maya at a Jehovah's Witness convention. It was then that Chrissy and Maya became friends. Maya and I didn't start dating until she was an adult. We fell in love and got engaged in March of 2019. My dad, Michael, loves her, and the people I am closest to all love her as well. Most importantly, We have Jehovah's blessing. There is so much more to be concerned about in the world than creating rumors about me. No one ever gets facts anymore. They just run with stories. But hey, I guess it comes with the territory. So to all the rumors about me, none of it is true. And that's the story. No twists, no turns, no scandals, just true love. There is nothing that can come to light because there is no darkness in my life. You wanted the truth. I don't have nothing to hide. So if you're waiting for someone else, you will be waiting forever. Please, people, focus on staying safe through this pandemic and continue fighting for what you believe in, as long as it is true justice and the fight is with love, not hate. Because we all matter to God, and I put God first in all things. I love all who support me, and thank you. I won't let you down. I love y'all. Peace and love, MH. So that is what he had said following all of the rumors of, you know, him knowing her prior, him having or them having her listed as with the IMDb credits before she turned 18, and you know, all of those things like that. I found it interesting that he addressed like whether he knew her or not before or not, but he did not. The one thing that stood out that he did not address was whether that was actually her on the missing persons report and what the deal was with her being missing at the age of 15 and all of that jazz and, you know, all of that. So I don't know. I don't know if it was confirmed 100% that was her on the missing persons report. But me looking at her photos, it looks almost identical to the person in the photo. They have the same name. I believe they are from the same area. And it's just looking like, I don't know. Allegedly, she was a runaway. So we just gonna leave it as alleged, but it looks like it appears to be what it looked like it may appear to be, if you get my drift. Anyways, so fast forward to now, they are now married. And like I said, a lot of people had weighed in on the topic, and a lot of people, you know, had questions and feelings and thoughts about it. Before I share what the Night Owls think about it, I'm going to share a piece of her explaining when they got together. And, you know, you can kind of hear her. And yeah, I think it's the video is of Chris Stokes' daughter, who is the same age as her, who they're now BFFs, and they're on YouTube explaining, you know, how they came to meet one another.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with my man right now. Mark, I'm talking to the YouTube. I'm not talking to you. But you want to say hi? Okay, Mark wants to say hi. Hold on, bro. Okay, now go.
What's up, YouTube?
Wait, say it again. What's up, YouTube? Ugly. Mark's trying on his suit right now. Okay, love you, babe. Bye.
You're so ugly.
I gotta start from the ground up, cause you know I had to be.
Quiet on set, Jiba. We're filming, Jiba.
How did we meet each other, and how did our husbands meet?
Oh,
How did you meet your husbands? Okay,
we met at a convention, naturally, and I met Marcus at our convention. That's how we met.
yeah, and then Chris and you.
And then I met my husband in high school. Well, at a high school party. What's you guys' go-to makeup? We're doing it right now. This is our go-to makeup. We do this every day. We don't change that. Doing the coronavirus on my noodles.
Okay, what should I say? Comment down below how you think marriage is gonna be for Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice to hear.
Yeah.
Based off of my personality, though, from what you guys see, how do you think it's gonna be?
How do you think it's gonna be?
I don't feel like it's much on them. I feel like my thoughts on the situation is, I mean, 19 is young. And I'm like about to be 23, so that was a couple years ago. I couldn't imagine being married at 19, and especially somebody who's like definitely my senior. I think that's like my only thoughts on it. It's just weird. And then it gets me thinking, like, how long have they been planning this? It's like she's so young and she has a lot to do. I didn't know a lot when I was 19 as much as I know now. and I definitely had a lot of changes in my emotions. So just to do something big as like having a baby or getting married at that age is kind of like, if it's forced, I'm not saying like if it had to happen, like arranged marriage and all that, but even still, it's just, we have so many years on us as women, and it's like we tried so hard to make it come fast. Like I don't know, is it like a competition or something? Because I feel like she has so many years left to find the man that she loves and, you know, find somebody who's actually her soulmate. I really just feel like this is going to end up badly some way or somehow. I don't know how, but I just feel like it's just not going to end well.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn because at the end of the day, she is considered a legal adult. But I did think that the story dug a little bit deeper. I thought she was missing at a point in time. But anyway, I feel like it's more on the money side for her. And then for him, I think he's genuinely in love. So I think there's something wrong with him because that is a huge age gap. Like, what could a 19-year-old possibly have in common with a 39-year-old? Like, I just don't understand besides sex. So I do feel like is it Marcus Houston? I forgot how to pronounce his name. But anyway, I feel like he is kind of sick in the head, low-key.
I see nothing wrong with Marcus Houston getting with a young, pretty thing like that.
Everyone was supposed to send in a voice memo. I'm going to get to more voice memos in a second. But, you know, some of my night owls are very hard-headed. You know, I said, hey, send me a message on Instagram, send me a voice note. But, you know, my night owls are hard-headed, some of them. And I want to read what some of them had to say. So one night owl writes and says, me and my husband was the same age as them when we met. We've been together 10 years now, and we had our daughter after 7 years. If she was under 18, that's one thing, but me personally never liked or dated guys my age. It's not about what we can do for them all the time, sometimes dependent on the woman. It's about what an older, more experienced man can do for her. Now, as far as these people, I can't speak on their life stories, but 19 and 39 is not uncommon anymore. Okay, so another night owl, another hard-headed night owl writes, younger women get sugar daddies and it's all good. Soon as sugar daddy want to get married, all of a sudden he too old. Talk about double standards. Another hard-headed night owl says, my husband is 20 years older than me. We've been married since 1999. We still have a lot in common. Not as much sex because he got diabetes, but he takes care of me and home. Whatever man you marry, just make sure he's not cheap. Okay, and that's just a couple of comments from my night owls that don't want to follow directions, honey. But let's hear some more voice memos, and then I'll get back to my babies that don't listen in the comments.
But now that I remember correctly, per Raz B's allegations, he said he was molested not only by Chris Stokes allegedly, but he also had a similar encounter with Marcus Houston as well. So that kind of makes me iffy, because now with that in the back of my mind, I feel forced to conclude that it could, like, I don't know, something may not be all the way there if that's something he's capable of, and then for him to be attracted to someone so much younger than him. I also feel like I would like, because I'm not that invested in their union, their story, their relationship, so I don't know all the facts, so I don't want to jump conclusions, but I would like to know, is her parents in the picture? Does she have close friends and family that were in the picture prior to Marcus Houston that could attest that this is a foundation and a union that is authentic and genuine and there are no negative undertones? Those are the questions that I would like to be asked and answered.
Yo, so like, I grew up with immature, like literally, like my dad is Christo's godfather, so I used to be on tour with them niggas. I was actually supposed to be an immature, but that's another story. I mean, shit, I'm happy for Marcus, you know, the nigga happy, and fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I done seen some weird shit when I was on tour with them niggas, but I'm just, if he happy and he married, he happy, Let them folk be happy. She grown now, so it's whatever.
Personally, it doesn't matter. Like, I see a lot of people hating on them just because she's 19 and he's whatever, 30, 40, I don't even know, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Just because he's older or whatever doesn't mean anything. It just comes with respect, and if she likes him or not, you know? And if she sees love, then that's all that matters. Like, age is nothing but a number, and she loves him, so, I mean, that's that. Like, she wants to get married to him. That's her decision. Like, personally, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, it is what it is.
I want to say that I strongly disagree with him marrying a 19-year-old girl. She's still a child, and although she may be legal, her mind has not fully developed yet. She has not seen what she wants in this world. She doesn't know what she wants in this life. When I was 19, I met my abuser, and he manipulated me so that I didn't realize that it wasn't my fault that he was abusing me. He made me feel like it was my fault. He didn't start out as an abuser. It took about 3 years before he started hitting me, and I felt as if I had done something wrong. He made me feel like I done something wrong to make him begin acting in this way. I strongly disagree with young women dating older men because they are predators in the purest form. And I certainly do wish them the best.
All these girls talking about sugar daddies, they want a sugar daddy, and they feel some type of way because Marcus dated a 19-year-old girl. But I can guarantee you, this 19-year-old girl would refuse to date a person her age. A woman wants a man about 40 and 50. And by Marcus Houston being a handsome young man instead of some old white raggedy man, it's perfect. And these women playing dumb. I'm tired of these women playing dumb. Y'all need to quit playing dumb before I pinch myself. But anyway, I don't know if this is called a DM, but I'm sorry. And let me know if I did it right for future references, LOL.
I honestly think that their marriage is not a good thing because she is 20 years her senior, his senior, I mean, and that is a problem. If it was a regular guy on the street, they would be in jail by now because she was 16 when they first got together, 16, 17, and that's too young. He was a grown man by the time she even became a teenager, so she lived all her teenage life with him, and that's not necessarily a good thing for her because she won't be able to find herself. Like, years later, she's gonna want to try to find who she is, and it's a scary situation to me. I also wonder if the parents have something to do with it because she came into money and Marcus Houston has a lot of money. So I'm wondering if that has a part to play in it as well.
All right, so those are a couple of voice memos. I'm going to play more voice memos in a second, but let's check back in on the comments of my hard-headed night owls who did not listen to the directions to send me a voice memo. Let's read a couple of their comments on what they have to say about this. So another night owl says, Raspy told us he was a pedo a long time ago. He's showing his true colors. Sure, she's 19 and lawfully that's legal. However, what exactly do a 40-year-old have in common with a 19-year-old? Absolutely nothing. She's not even mature mentally, but guess that's how he wants her. I'm just waiting for him to come out the closet as well. She's probably his beard while he chased little boys. Allegedly. Okay, and another hard-headed night owl that was supposed to send a voice message, but I'll read it. Marcus Houston looks good for 39. Older men are the best, and if they happy, let it be. It's enough against people, and people are never happy and just always in somebody else's business. At the end of the day, they're happy. So let them be great. They're not the only ones doing this. This been going on in age since back in the day. Know y'all history. All right, now back to the voice memos.
That nigga Marcus Houston is a nasty nigga.
Good morning. So this is my thoughts on the Marcus Houston thing. So I feel like we need to stop making excuses for these men that have money and trying to change the narrative of the truth. It doesn't matter if he waited until she turned 18 until he did something. You basically stalked a child like a predator until she turned legal age, and then you pounced on her. If he didn't have any money, that would be considered a pedophile, and he would be in jail and a registered sex offender. But because he has money, now it's cute and okay, and it's not. That child is 19 years old. That man is damn near 40. There is nothing in the generational reason why this grown man decided to prey on a child. But because he's Marcus Houston and he has a little bit of money, it's okay. The same thing with Tyga. You preyed on a child. You were a grown man. You preyed on a child, waited till that child became of somewhat of age, and took her from her mother's house and tried to marry her and be with her. You're a pedophile. You stalked a child. Why is that not? Why are they not prosecuted? I don't understand.
All right, now let's check back in on the comments. Another hard-headed night owl says he will have a headache every day when dealing with this baby. When the children come, oh boy, just wait. Stress is a mother on a young, inexperienced young woman, and he will catch hell. I wish them the best. Okay, another night out. Why do people care who others love? She's 19 and was able to sign a marriage certificate. How about Donald Trump is president and thousands die every day from COVID-19? Black men are being shot and killed by someone who is supposed to protect and serve. We as people have so much more to worry about other than who this man loves and marries legally. Okay, and another night out chimes in. So they wrote and they said, I think it's a good thing that all men want an untarnished, undamaged woman. A lot of women his age have already hit the wall and are damaged goods. I'm just saying. Aside from their noticeable age difference, I think it could work. He's of an age now where he slowed down and can really love her and provide for her, giving her stability and security. What most women want. Plus, she's pretty and her expiration date is way out there. So he ain't going nowhere. Aside from that, I see women all the time with sugar daddies. So I guess it's just Maya's turn. Do I think he's a pedophile? No. She's of legal consenting age and is an adult as far as the law is concerned. Fun fact, Isaac in the Bible was 37 when he married Rebecca, who was in her teens. So this dynamic of older men and younger women has been around since the beginning. Some older women are just mad because young guys really ain't checking for them like that. So they want older men to be miserable right aside them. LOL, not gonna happen. Go Marcus. Well, all right. And on that note, let's check back in on the voice memos.
I feel like something is really fishy going on with that relationship. It's hardly plausible that he was seeing her while she was underage. I just don't see what he's seen in her to be a young woman underage. I feel like he had plenty of opportunities to seek out women in his age group. And also for her, it was highly inappropriate for her to be interested in him. And the fact that he entertained that is beyond me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, we have to do better, and like romantically, you have to really be cautious. It was very inappropriate for him to seek her out underage whilst she was underage. And there's a possibility that he was also sleeping with her while she was underage. And with that being said, he ought to be held accountable. This should not be cheered on. It should not be seen as normal. And it's none of my business. And that's that man's wife now. That's her husband. I get that. But something is definitely going on there behind the scenes. You know, so I feel like while she was underage, they could have been seeing each other and didn't want to make it private for obvious reasons. And he is giving me full-on pedo vibes. He had plenty of opportunities to seek out women in his age group and could have had settled down with a wife from someone around his age. You know, even a little bit older than what she was and is.
I wanted to comment on the Marcus Houston marriage. I just wanted to say that if it was my daughter or friend or sister or niece or anybody, I would have highly talked her out of it. I don't care how rich, how famous. You're just too young. 19 is too young. And when did you start seeing him? Why would you make such a life-changing decision so young when you have so much life to live? I mean, I don't know how many boyfriends she's had. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I could have married my baby daddy at 18 years old too, and to think 18 years later how that could have turned out. I'm so glad I didn't make such a crazy decision at such a young age, but I wish them the best, and I just hope that it's not a regretful decision.
Okay, so my big thing is the fact that these men are obviously able to have access to girls that are young and are able to groom them to be girlfriends or wives. Now, like I was saying to my friend, when I was 15, 16, there were always gentlemen trying to holler at me and things of that nature. And my mom was always there to be like, nah, she's underage. Don't even try it, or you're gonna get your ass whooped. So I think that we yeah, and lastly, I'll say all that to say this: we really need to stop allowing our children to gain access to things like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, where adults can gain access to them, and then in turn, they're growing up too quick. Okay, so with that being said, we need to check that, and so we really do need to I think I know a lot of things are just with the times, and that's just kind of what's happening nowadays, but you're still the parent. Don't forget that. And it is our duty to teach our children, and not only teach them, but protect them. And so it's not your job to go with the trends. It's not your job to be the coolest person or coolest mom, because I know it's hard.
Yeah. So let's talk about this Marcus Houston situation. Did we forget that he was freaking on his little cousin years ago under the instruction of his cousin, Chris Stokes? I never forgot. Ugh. So now he's married to this little girl. How long has he known this little girl? It's questions that we want to answer. How long you been knowing this little girl? Did he watch her grow up from 12? Because she only 16, 19. Turn that 6 upside down. Child, she been canceled. She is canceled, and she'll stay canceled. Huh.
Well, all right. So that is this episode of Night Owl Speak. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this where I allow you guys to chime in via my DM, voice message, and chime in on popular topics and things like that. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to check out my website, neekatnight.com. It is spelled exactly like my channel. And be sure to follow me on my social media platforms outside of YouTube. Check the links down in the description to get all of my info down there. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, and those of you who didn't chime in, let me know what you think about Marcus Houston getting with Maya. What do you think about the rumors that were swirling? What do you think about all of this? Let me know down below. All right, guys, peace.